Beautiful. My juvenile bluegill. 75 of them. And my 60-gallon number 5 aquaponic tank that's inside. There's my grow bed draining. You see it's going down. Hear that water coming out. It's draining. There are the 2 filters. Everything's going good. My Aquaponics juvenile plants, if I'm saying that right, are going well. They're going good in the hydrogen clay pebbles as the water comes up. Everybody's getting bigger. There's one over there. There's the first one I grew. This thing's growing every day. It's getting bigger and bigger. Got to put some more plants in there, about 4 more different plants in there. And I'll have about 14 to 15 plants growing in here. Let's go back up here and feed the fish some more. Give them a little play fluid. They're hungry. I just love the sound and sight of my aquaponics system working very well. Everything's connected. It's a beautiful thing to see it, to witness it, all the work, DIY work you did constructing it, and it going live with food fish and lots of food plants. All by itself. No watering. There's no watering this. There's no pulling the weeds. Very little weeds. Especially inside, there's no pulling weeds. There's no a whole lot of work to do to this once you get it all set up and done. It runs itself, people. It runs itself. No watering. All I have to do every once in a while, especially inside, not a lot of evaporation. Maybe once a month, maybe I'd say every 2 months, add a gallon of water. That's about it. It's crazy, huh? Fish are all happy. You want happy fish in your system. You want nice, clean water. Water never gets dirty. It never gets dirty. There's no water changing or anything because the plant roots clean the water. They suck all that nitrate up, and the water goes back into the sump very clean. So there's no water changes. These guys are getting nice and fat. No die outs, nothing. Everybody's looking good in here. And I got to order more and more of these. Because remember, I have 8 systems now that I'm doing. So I'm going to have a lot of bluegill. About 100 and I'm thinking 160 bluegill when I'm done. With all 8 systems, that's a whole lot of bluegill to eat. No more buying fish. Organic grown bluegill. Ain't they beautiful? I'm sitting here watching the systems, doing a little work on the systems and all that, and I'm watching the YouTube and so forth, all what's going on in the country, all the things that are happening in the country as far as this country's dire economic crisis with all the inflation, high interest rates. Interest rates are so high. It's so high that it troubles me for anybody who's trying to buy a house right now. There's no way I would buy a house at 6% and above interest rate for the mortgage. My mortgage right now is 2.70, to my fault, 2.7% fixed mortgage. 2.7. There's no way I would buy another house and pay 6% or above. There is no way. It's highway robbery by the mortgage industry, finance industry. They're robbing people. People can't afford to buy homes no more. People can barely afford to rent because they raised the rent prices up. So what do? You have to start doing stuff on your own. Have to start growing your own food. Building your own house. Building your own house. An off-grid house. That's what I would do. I'm just thinking about the crisis that this whole country is going through right now. And I'm going to leave it at that. Have a nice Saturday. Grow some food in all ways.